Hey there, welcome back, and welcome to this video tutorial for I'm Yours, song by Jason Mraz. This is another really great example of a 4-chord song. We've got our typical 4 chords that we need plus one new one. So I want to zoom you in and just review the ones that we need and then add in that new chord for you. I'm Yours is based on those 4 basic chords that we know, right? C, G7, A minor, and F. But what we're going to add to the mix after that F chord is going to come what we call a D7 chord. And what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to lift my pointer finger, leave my middle right where it is, and that ring finger is going to come to the 2nd fret of E. We're basically just trading out this note here on the 1st fret of E for this note on the 2nd fret of E. Sounds like that. And I would really recommend that you use this fingering in this song because it makes it so easy. Sometimes people like to use these 2 fingers here, or they'll use these 2 fingers, right? The pointer in the middle or the pointer in the ring. But for this song, I would recommend you try it like that as you can. And a little tip, if it feels too confusing to put this down and put this up at the same time, just leave that one down. This finger will cancel out the note that finger is making. So those are those chords that you need. And now that you've got your chords, let's take a look at the chord pattern. What's really nice is there's a pretty consistent pattern throughout this whole thing. Let's kind of find our groove with it and our strum pattern as well. I'm going to use the swing strum pattern, which I introduced in another video before, but I also have a whole page of videos on strum patterns. So we'll do just a quick review of it here, but if you need more support with that, there are other videos to help you with it. I'm going to find that C chord to start with. And remember that strum pattern has a kind of a lilting feel to it. It'll sound like this. 1, 2, ready, and a 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, right? Or I can also add in a couple more up strums if I want to. I might do that for this one. That feels a little better for it. And then our pattern is just going to be 8 beats of each chord, starting on C. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, G7, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, A minor, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, to F, 2, 3, and it just keeps going like that through the verse. You try. So we're playing that pattern over and over through verse 1, through the chorus, through verse 2. What's really interesting is that the melody and the rhythm of the words through each of those sections it will change each time, but the chords stay the same. So if this song is relatively new to you and you're not as familiar with the melody, totally fine. Stick to the chords for now and just kind of hear as I sing the melody. It'll start to kind of make its way into your brain so you can start to sing it as well as you get the feel for it. But what's really nice is you can stick to those 4 chords, 8 beats each, and you will be golden. At least until you get to the end of the first page. So if I take a look down at verse 2, the very last line, I'm on that A minor chord, and it's our God-forsaken right to be to F, loved, 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 loved. Here's that D7 where I take that ring finger, put it down on the 2nd fret of the E string, and change it to a D7. It's amazing what a difference one little note makes. And that slash mark next to it means I'm holding it for 8 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And during that time, I'm moving my eyes and my mind up to chorus 2, which is in a box at the top of page 2 there. And I'm going to be right back at C, right back into my 8 beats of each chord in that predictable pattern. Ha! So lovely. Then we get to the bridge. And the bridge, all bets are off. I go to the C. What's going to happen is I'm going to go back to C. Let's take a look at that here. I go to G7 again, and I go to A minor. But now instead of F, I'm going to go back to G7, then over to F for 8 beats, and then to that D7 again. And then the nice thing is, even though that's kind of a weird pattern there, I'm going to do that pattern again. Back to C. Do, 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 do. G7, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I'm back at verse 3, back in my happy place, C to G7 to A minor to F, 8 counts each. And then you'll see there's that little box that says chorus 2 and in parentheses top of the page. Move your eyes right back up. We're going to sing that chorus 2 again. Then we're going to come back to the bottom to the outro, which is kind of like half of a verse a little bit, right? It's just like that. It's the same melody as verse 2. So at the very end, I'm going to have that little D7 trick again. So if I'm starting on A minor, that very last line at the bottom, 'cause our time is short, this, oh this, oh this, F is our fate, I'm yours, D7, yours. And then that's the end of the song. Very unusual that it wouldn't come back to C, right, to sort of resolve at the end, but it's just sort of, it leaves us hanging a little bit, which makes it kind of exciting. So that's kind of an overview of the song in general. Feel free to do what you need to do to get familiar with each of those pieces, whether you need to just work on your strum pattern, right? Remember, you always have the option of just doing the strum pattern and singing along with me, or you can just work on the chords. You can work on all the pieces together. Whatever you need to do, make sure you find the layers that are giving you that challenge. That's not too hard, but not too easy either. And when you are ready, stick with me here, because now coming up, we're going to play straight through the song as best we can. Here we go. All right, let's do this thing. I'm going to be on C. We're going to start with that intro that's going to get us warmed up with our strum pattern and with our chord pattern. Starting on C, here we go. 1, 2, ready, and C. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, G7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, A minor, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to F. Here comes verse 1. You're so hot that I melted, I fell right through the cracks, and now I'm trying to get back. Before the cool done run out, I'll be giving it my bestest, and nothing's gonna stop me but divine intervention. I reckon it's again my turn to win some or learn some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. So now we're back at those intro chords. G7, A minor, and then to F. Keep that pattern going. Here's verse 2. Open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and then you're free. Look into your heart and you will find love, 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 love. See, listen to the music of the moment. People dance and sing. We're just one big family. Here it comes. It's our God-forsaken right to be loved, loved, loved. D7, love, to 5, 6, to chorus 2, I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. There's no need to complicate. Our time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours to the bridge. C, do, 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 G7. And that's it. That is always a doozy. I always have a bit of a struggle calling out the chords and singing all the words and keeping up with my strumming and my chords. Thanks for bearing with me on that one. I hope that was helpful for you. Obviously, feel free to go back and use this as many times as you need. Feel free to practice whatever section that you need on your own with the other practice tips that I've given. But mostly just have fun with it. This is a really fun one to sing. Enjoy your practice, and thank you so much for watching.